Hi everyone. So today we'll discuss about topic strings. Okay. What is meant by string? Let me write string in Java. So what is meant by string? Nothing but it's a in a Java string is a sequence of character and it is a one class in the Java, but it considered as a literals. If you go to the previous classes, nothing but data types. We have two types of data types. One is primitive and one is non-primitive. Primitive comes under integer, boolean. See now this chart. Data types divided into primitive data type and non-primitive data type. In the primitive data type again divided into boolean, numeric. In the numeric divided into character and integer, and integral family divided into integral. After that divided into byte, short, integer, long, and data types again divided into non-primitive type. Non-primitive type nothing but simply it is a, I can say it is a class. String is one class. Why? Because of it is a not just a data type, it is a collection of characters, right? That is the simple definition of the, just a minute, let me go to the string tokenizer and strings. Yeah, strings. In a Java, there is only strings in Java. Okay, there is only one string class, but we can consider as it is a actually class. Okay, let me write string is a class, but it is not data type. First point, why? What is the string definition here? String is nothing but collection of characters, right? So how to declare one string? Suppose let me take one name. It is one variable equal to, in the double quotes we have to give one name. Suppose I will give search. Search is one meaningful name. What is here? These are all characters only, right? S is one character, U is one character, R is one character, G is one character, and E is one character. The collection of characters nothing but string, right? So I am assigning that one into the, just a minute. Okay, all right, it's live. Strings in live. Okay, so simple. Suppose string is nothing but collection of characters. Suppose S, U, R, G. These are all the characters, but collection of the characters, and it will give the one meaningful name. Nothing but search, and we have to assign this one in the double quotes only. It is a recommended, and the data type is string. And we cannot use the single quote. We can't use like this. It is a one, give the one error. What is that? Compile time error. It will give the compile time error. Why? Because of quotes miss, double quotes, and we don't give the single quotes also. Single quotes also not valid, and we have to give the variable. In the name variable, it will search will store. If you print this name in the system.out.println, if you give the name, what it will print? it will print as a search. We know this part. At the time of what I would say data types or integer, then I discussed about this thing. Now it is a sequence of character, but need not to but we need to do the many operations on this string. Like I want to find the length of the this is string. For that purpose we have the length method, and I want to find out the character. For that purpose we have the method. Like that only substring, like that we have the substring method, and replace with just replace method. These are all the and so on. These are all the methods involved in the string. Then we can do operation on this string. Clear? It is not only data type, it is a one class. Clear? This is one point, and it is provided predefined Java some methods. Already I described here: character, substring, and replace. These are all the some characters. Suppose let me go to the code part. Let me create one package name, new class package com dot string dot something demo. Let me hit finish. Happen demo 1 creation events failed, resolve exit the different search. Okay, let me create this one. Otherwise let me directly take the class in the string. Already I created one package. In this package I will create one class, new. Let me create one class, strings demo, and I will take a public static void main method. If you hit the checkbox, it will create. Now generally how to write the string. String is the data type, name equal to, we have to give in the double quotes and end with the semicolon. It is also valid. If you give this one and if you write system.out.println, we will see what it will come. Suppose let me give name. Just save this one. Let me run. Let me check what it will come on the console. Nothing. Now let me add one name. What can I? Let me add search. Let me save this one. Let me run this code. Search. Clear? This is one point. This is how we have to write the meaning. What is it? Okay, no one is on call. So this is how we have to print the strings. And strings are non-primitive data type. It will hold the. Okay, just I will write here one point. Second point, strings are non-primitive data type, but in the primitive data type, it will hold only raw data. What is meant by raw data? Nothing but integer. These are all things nothing but raw data. String is a non-primitive data type, but in the case of primitive data type, it will hold only integer, character, boolean. But if it comes under the non-primitive data type, it will hold the methods also. Methods will hold non data types. Suppose, what does this mean? Suppose, let me go to the name. So one more thing is here, system.out.println. What is my object here? Name. Just to copy this one, let me paste here dot. See now how many methods available from the string class. Character. Character is one method, and it pointing to we have to give the index, and character is the return type, and this is from the string class. Let me write here character. Further purpose, okay, let me put this one in the comment first. It is returning something, so let me write name dot character dot, I have to give the index. So in the Java it will store in the form of index. Search, always start with 0, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So S is the S, what I would say, in the S it will indicate to 0. U comes under index as 1. Like that only, if you give the input as a 1, and it will returning the one character, right? Suppose let me take as a character, and it is a char type. Now standard.println, just give the character here, just to save this one. Let me write one line. Let me run this code. It will give the character 1. In the one character, in the one index, it store the U. If you go to the paint, you can easily understand this one. If you have this array concept idea, then you can easily understand these things. It's loading slowly. Okay, let me write in the notepad below. Notepad. Suppose I gave the data, I gave the string search in the database index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? 0 will hold the S. 1 will hold the U, R will hold the 2, G 3. Like that only, if you give the index value here, then whatever the index pointing to character, it will print on the console. This is one method, and one more method here. We have to find the length. Find the length, we have the some more method. Just give the name dot. Suppose here how many methods we have? Suppose let me give the length. Just give this one. Let me this out. Let me put this one in the copy this one. Let me and this code C length. Which length it is giving? Name. In the name what it is stored? Search. It will give the string length, right? It will give the length of the string by using the length method. So what I am trying to make a point here. So these are all comes under string class, right? Suppose if I want to go to the declaration, if you open the declaration, these are all methods already predefined. See now, this length public return type is integer and they wrote some predefined method. These all method available in the java.lang package. Inside that java.lang package, final class is string. Clear? So if you create one object, for this, just a minute. If you create one string, then with the object only, with this name only, we can invoke these all methods, and these are all coming from string class. Suppose system.out.println. Let me write one more method. Let me write toString method. What it will give? Just to copy this one. Save this code. It will give the string name. Like that only we have lot of methods available in the string class, and we can do lot of operations in the sequence of character. Clear? That's why it is considered as a class. And one more point, let me explain. Important thing is here, equals. Suppose equals is one method is there. It converts the it will come for the comparison where cases are important. This is one important method in the real-time industry. They are using this one. And one more thing is there, double equal. Suppose let me write one code based on this one. Okay, put all this one in the comments. Let me write string a equal to something and string b equal to, let me name something these are all the two strings. Let me write a dot equals to an object. Let me give here, let me see what it will come. It will give the boolean value false. Why? Because of here equal dot equals method is the one method available in the string class. It will contains the value comparison where cases are important. See now, both cases are different characters. Suppose, let me give here Hari. Here also, let me give Hari. Copy this one. Save this one. See now, both are same characters. I mean, both are same string type. Now, let me run this one. We will give the value as 2. Why? Because of same string type. Where we are using this one? In the type, in the sense of using the login the user form. Suppose one more point is also here. In the, it will convert the value comparison, and it will return the Boolean value where the cases are important. And one more point is cases are important. See now, we know Java is a case sensitive. Java is a case sensitive. How? Suppose here H is the lower case, A is also lower case, R also lower case, I also lower case. Suppose in the B I will update as a H. Previously it is printed as a true. Now let me print it as a, what it will come? Let me false. See now, why? Because of this is different string, it's considered as it is a different string, it is a different string, but both are, we are pronouncing as a same name, Hari and Hari. Since it is a lower case and upper case, it will give the false, right? Suppose based on this one, let me write one real time thing. Suppose string, suppose save name equal to, let me give in the string, let me Mahesh. String username equal to, they will give same username Mahesh. Already we know this is the declaration of the strings. Now let me write in the real time thing. If decision making statements, we know in the if condition we have to give the condition. What I have to give here condition? Let me write save name. In the database it is saved as a one name dot equals to, and here username. Oh, it's a spelling mistake. Oh. Name and name, username. It's actually hard code. Copy this one, update this code. Save name dot equals to username. Then print this thing. Welcome back. Something. Or else some dot println name not found. See now, where we are using generally this one. Print is not working. it's loading slowly, guys. Just a few seconds. I will explain this one on the paint. You can understand better. Might be you see the forms, login forms, like example as a Facebook login form. In the Facebook login form, we are giving the one user ID, right? Just a minute, it's loading. Okay, up to now I will explain this one. So in this I took the two strings. One is the Mahesh is the, actually I gave the one username. It is saved in the database. After that, again I am entering the username as a Mahesh, same. Then it will come as a welcome back. Suppose if I entered wrong, M, in the case of small m, I gave the capital M. Then what it will comes? Name not found. Clear? Where we are using generally means, oh, it's open a lot of times. See now, suppose we have the forms. Forms means nothing but filling the your details. Okay. User ID and passcode. Okay, suppose here I entered some Mahesh. Already it is stored in the database as a small case, right? MAHESH, it's printed on the, it's in the database. If you give the capital M, then in the real-time industry they will use this code. They will write the, they will write simple business logic, not exactly like this. They will implement more this. They will, whatever at the time of you are registering, then it will store in the database as save name as a Mahesh. If you give as a uppercase instead of lowercase, it will written as a name not found. If you give as a same, suppose if you give as a Mahesh, then save this one. Let me run this code and welcome back, and it will enter the another page. Same like also, suppose your user ID nothing but Mahesh @123. Okay, let me write 123 @gmail.com and save this one. But you gave the Mahesh as a lowercase and you gave this as it is. Welcome to something mail. See now, it's actually user gave the wrong input. User gave the wrong input, then it will give the message here only. They will write the logic here like this. Let me save this one. Let me run this code. Name not found. If you give the as it is, it's actually hard. It is actually hard code. Generally, we are giving the form. If you update this one, oh. Now, in the database, username as saved like this, Mahesh123@gmail.com, and the end user also gave the same input. Then it will go to this some logic. It will check same name. What is the same name here? Nothing but this mail, and oh, just a second, and it will check the what is that, what it will check? Comparison. It will check the value comparison. Clear? It will check the value comparison and it will return the Boolean value, or not Boolean value. It will check, and if it is a condition is a true, then this block will execute. Otherwise, it will execute second block. Already we know this the decision making statements. Same as the, if you give the something equal to operator, then it will check the reference variable, reference reference of the class, then it will give the false even though same string type. This is one thing. Suppose where we are using this generally means for the passcodes. For the password, suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 6. For the passwords we have to use this one, dot equal string name dot equal to string name, then it will enter into the some logic. Generally we are using the real time for passcodes, but I don't want to more strict. For that purpose, what I have to, one more method is here, equals is equals, ignore the case. Suppose let me, here one more method is there, is equal to dot, okay, what is that method name? Okay, equals, ignore the cases, and what is this one? Okay, this one, let me remove this one, save this one. Suppose one end user gave the, this is the he registered with this mail ID, and he entered with the same mail ID, then save this one. If you run this one, it will print. But in the case of ignore the cases, suppose here, okay, just let me run this code, what it will come? Welcome to the mail. If I remove this capital M in the place of M, save this one, it will ignore the cases, even though it is printing welcome to mail. At the time of user ID, we have to use this one. At the time of passcodes, we have to use the equals method. That is the difference. Okay, recommended note regarding the strings. In the real time, for username we have to valid, we can use as the dot equal, oh, for the username dot equal, ignore case. Dot equal to ignore case method. For passcodes, we have to valid, we can use as the equals method. In the strings. This is how recommended in the real-time industry also. And one more important thing is a sub method. Suppose what is here, save name. Save name dot subsequence, right? What is that? Substring method. Suppose begin index. In this Mahesh, 0 is the, M is the 1, A is the 1. Suppose let me give the 1. And it is returning something, right? What is this method? Let me go to the open declaration. It is returning something, okay, it is returning the string. So let me write equal to, let me write name, and let me write as a data type as a string. Just to save this one. System.out.println name. Just to save this one, let me run this code. What will run? Okay. Name. Substring, if you give the name, substring if you pass the index, then it will give the from the after M, after the 0 index, it will give the data. That's why here give the after M, it gave the data. Suppose if I give the index something 5, just to save this one. In the real time they are using this index method. See now H, after H. So what is here name? Save name, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after H it is gave the this one. Suppose I want to find out this length. What is this length? This is out. Save name dot save name dot length. Let me copy this one. Let me run this code. What is this length? 19. 19 is the length of this string. Suppose if I give the 20, it will throw the one exception, that is java.lang string index out of the boundaries exception. Clear? If we give the more than the what is the boundaries, then it will throw the one exception. This is one, keep in the mind. And if you give the normal 4, then it will give the proper thing, sh. After sh, it gave the thing. This is how some methods regarding this main method. First we discussed about the character, right? Character, after that length, after that toString, after that equals method. We have to use equals method for the passcodes, is ignore case method for the username in the real-time industry. After that, one more method, replace. Suppose let me write system.out.println. What, let me take method name as save name. Save name dot replace. Okay. Save name dot, where is replace? Okay, see now, replace with old character with new character. Okay, let me give here one, let me put this one in the first comments. This is the mail. I gave one space. In this old character, let me in the place of space, I want to give the some character like and. Let me see what it will come. And let me print this one. SYSOT. Let me print the save name. Let me print the save name. See now, where is this? And it's not printed. Put in comments. Otherwise, let me give the how many names here? A. In the place of A, let me replace A with and. Then also it printed. Save name. It's printed as it is. Okay. Okay. Let me give in the single quotes. Let me try this one. What actually here? Put here. Dot. Replace with old character and with new character. Old character is A, new character with, let me take B, and let me check this one what it will come. Okay, character we have to give in the single quotes. Okay, let me see. In this string, wherever the A character available, it will replace it with B. That is the method thing. Let me run this code. Okay, it's worked. In the place of A, it's printed B. MAHES. Okay, MAIL. In the place of A, it's printed B. Suppose this is the some spelling mistakes was happened. If you want to replace, you can use this replace method in the system class. And the remaining things also we can do by yourself, like based on the situation. Object dot index of is blank, is empty, nothing but it will give the boolean value, right? Suppose let me go to the declaration. See now, this is one already predefined method. I am using this one in my application, where with the we know the thing here. Instance method we have to call with non-static. Instance method now we have to call with object, right? That's why I invoked with this method with this object. Then it is returning one value. Suppose is empty, I took one. If I run this code, it will give the false. Why it is become false? Because of is empty. Save name is the string. It is asking empty. Then it is returning as a boolean value false. Suppose if you remove all these things, including space also, let me save this one. Let me run this code. Save name is empty. It's a true. If it is something is there, it will give the false. Why? Because of some name is there. Like that only we have to do the multiple operations on the sequence of character. Clear? This is about string. And we will go to the important one, that is nothing but immutable. String is a immutable. Why? So let me write one code. Let me put all this in the comments. This one also let me put in comments. Here let me take as a one string s equal to, this is class because of, let me create object for this string class. then only we can explain this immutable. Clear? We know this is a string is a one class, right? See now, string is a one final class. String is a one string is one final class available in the java.lang package. So we know we can create object for the classes. So here type is string, again type is string. Now here in the place of name, let me give the object reference as a s. Let me give s dot concat. Concat means symbol. Let me write here one name as search. Here I want to concat nothing, but I have to add this one with the software, and let me print this one s. Let me save this one. Let me run this code. See now, it's printed only search. It's not able to add this software also. Why? Because of string object we will created with the new keyword, right? Suppose on a string object modify something, we cannot change that any changes. Suppose, what does that mean? Means suppose because of this line, because of this new dot string line, the object, because of new string line, the object will created in the string pool, right? What is that name? With the search. With the search it is printed. This is the one object. This is this is one object. It is pointing to one string, right? Suppose if you try to add concat with the such software, then it is not able to modify. Simply on a string object modify something, we cannot change any modifications on the existing object. That is called immutable. Nothing but not changeable. Not changeable in the Java we will call simply immutable. See now, I added the concat method. I added software. Then I try to print the s. Then it is printed only search. There is this. Okay. Clear? That's why it is a one immutable. On the once we created the string object, we cannot prefer any changes in the existing object. If you want to modify on the new object, it will create new object. It won't whatever you created, it will create the new object and it will add to the next only. But it won't change. Search it will print as it is, and whatever if you add again one more thing search, it will give search plus software. But we cannot change this anything on this string. That's why it is a string is a immutable. Clear? This one. Let me go to Sorry guys, actually my health is not good, that's why not able to speak properly. So how to overcome this one? We have the one class. So these are all the methods already explained, right? Length, character, equals, uppercase. We can use this one. Uppercase, it will convert into lowercase to uppercase. These are all the methods already there. So types of the string. In the strings, we have the three types. One is the string buffer, string builder, and string tokenizer. So we'll discuss about strings. String is a mutable. String buffer is a mutable. String is a immutable, and it is a thread safe. This is the one syntax for the creating class. String buffer is a one class. How to create object for the class we know with the new keyword. Here we have to give the class name. After that, equal to one object reference. Let me give object reference. Okay, it's a string buffer. Let me give sp and class name. This is how we have to create the object for the class. Suppose what is here class name? Let me write string buffer. It is coming from java.lang package, and let me give the sb after that with the new keyword string buffer. So it is asking that change the string buffer. What's happening? New class. Let me create this one. See now this is the syntax. Class name, object reference, new keyword and string buffer. In this string buffer we can add, we can append names. Suppose let me write here as a sp. sp dot append. Let me use here name as a one name as software. Here I have to give the actually thing. Let me save this code. Let me put this one in the comments. Let me run this code. See now, search software. Search and software. We can append. We can append both names, but in the strings we cannot add. Like we cannot add. With the string buffer we can mutable these things, and we can add more also. Dot append. Append. Let me give one more string. Private limited something, and let me write one more append. And let me give here Mm, save this one. Let me run this code. See now, Search Software Private Limited, Bangalore. Search this one, Private Limited and Bangalore. This is all come from one line only. So the behavior of the string buffer is, once you created the object, we can perform any changes on the existing object only. This is one point regarding this string buffer. The append method perform the existing methods only, and changes behavior called, this changes, right, this changes behavior called mutability. Mutability in Java, nothing but we can change. Strings are immutable. Whenever you created this method in the heap memory, it will store as a first search. After that, whenever you added this append method, then it will add side by side. First search, after it will add remaining things like software, and private limited, and so on, and same remaining methods also, remaining classes also. String buffer also mutable, it's a not the thread state, but based on the condition, based on the situation, they will use the string buffer, string builder and string tokenizer. String tokenizer also, it is one of the method. We can let me write same as a same thing, both, same classes, same purpose. What is their purpose? Nothing but add, we can mutable this thing. Suppose let me write what can I write, something, rules, okay, sp, let me update here one, sp one dot, see now how many methods coming, append, these are all method overriding. See now these are all coming from the string buffer class. Append boolean is the data type, string buffer class, string buffer is the class name. Suppose let me want to take the string, same rules, or okay, something rules are, I will write here, op dot, again append, and let me take string, mandatory, let me dot append dot, okay. Let me write now, what can I do, variable something 6, that's it. Something I want to demonstrate that purpose, that's why I'm writing this thing. Same again, append, append dot, no, let me take length name is something number. See now, let me save this code, let me run. Oh, it's not printed. Sort. What is output reference? Save. We save this one. Sort. Save this code. Let me run this code. Rules are mandatory 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See now, these are all appended. I gave the some value. Clear? So what I'm trying to make a point here, string is immutable. If you write one string variable, we cannot change that one, right? It will create one more object. But if you take the string buffer class, it will mutable. We can add names, nothing but strings. So what we discussed today, just to recap, I will do recap. Strings. String is it's a one class. More than it's a not a data type. It is a collection of, sequence of character. On the basis of the characters only, we have to perform some operations. Those operations nothing but we have the lot of operations from the string class. One is the character, nothing but this is my sequence of character string. I want to find out that what is the character available in the string. I want to pass that one, then it will print on the console S. Again, I want to find out the length. What is the length? Based on the length only, I want to perform some some operations. Suppose password length also. Suppose passcode length is something 9. Otherwise, okay, 7 numbers of the passcode. If you want to compare that passcode length is 7 is equal to 7, then execute this block of code. Otherwise, don't access this block of code. Further purpose also, they will write the code like this. Suppose I explained this one, right? What is this? Where is this? Oh, this one. Suppose, okay. Suppose username and password. Username, password. Username is, user ID is Mahesh123@gmail.com. This is user ID. If I want to log in any social media with this only, if it is a same equals, it will check the both user, saved name, saved user ID, and end user gave the name, and then only it will access the next page, home page. Otherwise, it won't access. But it is if you give the equals, ignore the cases. Then if you give the, in the place of if you give the as it is, it will access. But at the time of user ID, if you give the small case at the what you would say, at the time of login, if you give the small case instead of capital M, then it will allow, because of equals ignore the case method. But in the passcode, in the password stage, if you give the wrong input, it will throw the email not matched. Email not matched or email not found. These are all methods we can use at the time of string. Like we have the lot of methods based on this one. Suppose we can, based on the situation, we can use this one. Control C. Control V dot C. These are all the methods we can perform based on. We can perform all these methods based on the condition, based on the logic. Especially we are using this one in the login pages. Find out the find out the passcode, find out the username. Whatever the saved in the database, whatever the end user gave the input, both are the same or not, and passwords right or not. At that time purpose, we can use these strings. Clear? And the types of the strings is string buffer, string builder, string tokenizer. And string is immutable. See now, Java. Suppose here give the Java here concat rocks. Creates a new string, does not change that one. It will give the output as a Java. Clear? I mean, we cannot change this Java. If you want to try to add also, it won't change. We can't able to modify on these things. And string buffer class. Okay. String buffer also is one class, for it is immutable and thread safe. For that purpose, some particular condition purpose, we are using that classes, string buffer and string tokenizer, and one more class is there, string builder. All are the same. Slight difference is here, it's not thread safe. It is the string tokenizer used to split the strings into the tokens. Suppose here three things is there. Java is a cool. If you want to split that strings into tokens, then it will print one after one. How? Suppose Java is one token, is one token, cool is one token. It will split this token and it will print one after one. Based on the requirement, they will use this string tokenizer and string builder. At the time of non-thread safe, they will go with string builder. At the time of thread safe, they will go with string buffer. That is the thing about the strings. Tomorrow we'll discuss scanner classes. Okay, scanner class is nothing but I want to take the input from the end user. For that purpose, already predefined class is there. Scanner, already predefined class is the scanner. We have to create one object for the scanner. Then we can use some predefined methods like next int, next long, next boolean. Based on that, we can take the input from the end user. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about scanner class. That's it about today. Stop the recording.